I need to stop. I'm tired. We've only hiked 2 miles. Can you give me my first aid kit?
I need to sit in my chair. Can I have my chair back? You're so heavy. Lisa Kitty. She does not like being picked up. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know, long time no see. I've been very busy taking care of health stuff, working, taking care of the cats, as you saw. Sometimes they feel like a full-time job. If you are new here, hello, my name is Jasmine. I do movie and TV commentary, talk about weird stuff on the internet sometimes, and we just pretty much goof off over here. This is my non-serious channel where I can be as annoying as I want. I thought we would catch up on body positivity, fat acceptance, toxic positivity, whatever the kids are calling it nowadays. Before that, let's have a word from today's sponsor. It's me. It's always and forever me. So over the last few months, just to catch up, I've been working on some artwork. I took a short break from doing colored pencil stuff, and then I started doing some oil painting, but now I'm kind of alternating between the colored pencil and the oil painting because I want some of the things that I'm working on to kind of get done at the same time. On the days where it's like too hot to be in the shed painting, I will be indoors working on the colored pencil drawing. So I have been working on this for almost a year, on and off for a year. I kind of abandoned it for several weeks at a time because it feels kind of tedious, but I think I've gotten past the difficult parts now. From here on out, it shouldn't be too difficult. I've been posting a lot of work in progress videos of that on my main channel, so I'll leave a link for that in the comments and the description if you are curious to see what I do when I'm not working every day. I'm focusing on like a series of iconic cars from movies. So I have the DeLorean. I started painting some of the Transformers. I have quite a few pieces of those that I want to do before I move on to the next one in the series. This month really flew by. I got a little bit behind in painting because it's way too hot to be out in the shed. It's been like 90 to 95 degrees here in Arizona before it was even spring, which is really unusual for us. So it's been abnormally hot for several weeks before spring, and we had a very, very warm winter, which is super abnormal. So I can't be out in the shed painting for as long as I want to be. But if you want to check out that work, I will leave a link for that in the description so you can kind of see some of the work that I'm focusing on. I'm trying to kind of get my work to be under like all under one theme. So I've been working really hard to try and make everything look really cohesive, like under the same, it should have the same feeling. I guess that's the word for it. Kind of stepping out from just doing colored pencil work, because I actually do pop culture stuff, but I really wanted to just do colored pencil for a while. And then I got kind of tired of that, and I have all of these supplies that I need to use, and I decided to kind of branch out and just do like pop culture-esque type things so I can use whatever media I want to use but still make it really recognizable. I'm glad to be filming again. I haven't been doing it for months just because I got behind on some other stuff that I needed to do, and I've just been in like a lot of pain, so I've just been focusing on taking care of that, and the scripts really are piling up, so I really need to get these done. I've been writing a lot since October of last year, so I have a lot of scripts that I need to get through. So here is a recap of what is happening in all of those communities that I mentioned earlier. First, Samira, our favorite internet girly who likes to call herself an activist, the one who goes into clothing stores to ask them if they have plus sizes, and when she's on planes, she asks them if they have seatbelt extenders.
If it look like you can fit it, then you better go and get it. We go and get
Doritos at the Super Bowl. I'm partnering with Doritos to bring y'all with me to the TikTok Clubhouse. I forgot my Doritos.
She got a gig with a model named Ashley Graham, and together they are modeling clothes for Ashley Graham's line at JCPenney. The clothes all the way up to 5X. She took a hiatus after Cardi B dragged her for being sensitive about a joke that wasn't even directed towards her in the first place.
Cardi B, I'm very surprised that I have to remind you of this, but just because...
Girl, shut the up. Ah, damn. Shut up already. Like, it's not that serious. Not everything is revolutionary. Not everything has to have a crazy outrage. I already did a video. I told you it's not that serious. Like, what do you want me to do? Get on my fucking knees and apologize? I'm not apologizing for a jokey joke. That it wasn't even about you. It was something about me and my fans. Like, that's it. I don't care. I'm not apologizing. I'm not getting on my knees. No, I'm not reading a book. No, I'm not nothing. You see, like, sometimes when people are being genuine, y'all don't like when people are being genuine. Because I genuinely did a video like, hey, It's not that serious. I make fun of everybody. I even make fun of myself. I don't really care if you skinny, if you big, if you that, you this. I always use anybody as the butt of the joke, like all the time. Like he ain't never to hurt nobody. Like it's like people make fun of me all the time. I got to the point that I don't even care anymore because it's like, who cares? Love yourself. If you content with yourself, you don't give a what anybody gotta say. Like it's if you're part of my family, will be crying. You will be crying. They make fun of everything and everybody. Like it doesn't matter. And then it's like when you push, it makes people remember like, you know what? Eat one. Like it's like, no, it's not good enough. No, it's not this. You want a fake apology? You want a fake I'm sorry? You want a fake kissing ass? You want a fake gift basket? Girl, like calm down. Calm your Now you pissing me the off. Now you're gonna make me really say some rude for no reason. Or because I did a video. I already explained it. I'm not giving you a fake apology. I'm not getting on fake on my knees. I'm not fake doing nothing. Y'all be expecting too much. I'm not your mom. I'm not nothing. My fans didn't feel offended. My fans were actually making the jokes with me about themselves. Whatever the you got going on with yourself, how you feel about yourself, girl, don't put that on me.
Once she came back from that hiatus, she went out into the public and made a video telling us that the parking meter is fat phobic.
Why is there diet culture on the parking meters? Why do we have on the parking meter, sometimes I diet, don't feed me on the following holidays? Why are we promoting fat phobia and diet culture even on the parking meters in LA? It gets to a point. It really does get to a point. This is an issue and this needs to be fixed. West Hollywood, this is actually disgusting.
Because she doesn't understand the play on words for feeding the meter. Hank DeMoss got a settlement from her lawsuit against Lyft for an undisclosed amount of money.
So we just got a news update. I just spoke to Detroit rapper Big Dank. Y'all remember? Big Dank? Yes.
What up, Joe?
Yes.
Big Dank. What up, Dank?
There was a story that broke that she had settled her lawsuit with Lyft. And I've confirmed that is true. She has settled the lawsuit with Lyft.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
Well, believe me,
Yes, I can.
believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires. You know, like every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car.
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
But yes, according to the Breakfast Club podcast, she settled for an undisclosed monetary amount.
You guys will remember she filed that lawsuit because she says that she was denied a ride because of her size.
Yeah. Right.
So she has settled. She couldn't say too much to me, but I did confirm that it was a monetary settlement. She says that she is happy. She's in a good place with everything.
Any amount of money was too much, in my opinion.
The conversations that they had brought her to a good place, and I asked her, so would you ride Lyft again? Will you request a Lyft car again? She said she would.
I saw her getting into a Sprinter the other night. I don't know. I just saw her getting into a Sprinter.
You could do that.
I'm glad Big Gang got her check, got her coins.
Actually am excited about that. That's
Did
really
they pay like she weighed though?
Oh,
wow.
They paid like she weighed and she came
That's
up.
why she dropped the goddamn diss record, because little stuff like that.
No, that's my girl. And I saw her say that she getting her stomach cut off.
No, don't do that.
When she was here, remember she said that she wanted to go through the surgery and different things, but she had to get to a certain way to do it. So
That's
yeah,
right.
she's still on that journey. That is going to be something that she does. But she was working with, remember the woman that was up here with her?
Her doctor.
Yeah, the wellness doctor, because she had to get to a certain way in order to do that. So she is getting ready to and preparing to do that as well. She also told me she has a new song out with Scarlett called Big Girls that she says is going crazy right now. She wants y'all to go listen to it.
It's hard.
It don't sound like they ain't gonna be big no more either. She ain't gonna be big no more. She got her stomach cut off and keep coming down.
Well, remember when she was here, she said she don't want to be like super skinny. She just wants to be healthier and kind of like lose a bit of the weight.
But she has to get to the weight where she can actually
Do all that.
I'm rooting for you, Big Day.
Me
Get your
too.
stomach cut
Same.
off. Do your Ojempic, the Mount Manjaro, whatever you got to do. I'm with you.
Don't
Not
ask me.
Mount Manjaro. It's just called Manjaro.
You got the whole
Ozempic, and then they have a new one I seen a commercial for the other day too.
the G one.
No.
Oh.
Apparently it's also an injection, but it's better side effects. I
Do what
seen
you
on
got to
TV.
do, Big Day.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Something else that also tickles me pink is the fact that some of the people in this community love being fat. They scream it from the rooftops, but then will be the same people who say that being fat is so hard. So which one is it? Are you struggling or not?
My body right now, like my mind don't know that I'm this big. My mind does not know that I'm this big. So I be feeling like I can do everything. So when I walk in the gym, I feel like I'm fit. Or like if I'm trying to do certain shit, I feel like I could do it. And then I be like, damn, I can't do this shit. But in my head, I'm like, damn, I can do that. So I'm gonna walk over there, I be going in the gym in front of all those people, 500 pounds in shorts, no shirt. Well, I have on a sports bra, but you know.
And you are all caught up. But I thought today, since we're catching up on all of these communities, I think we should like zero in on Anna O'Brien. Anna O'Brien, also known as Glitter and Lasers, is a very interesting person. I see a lot of people do reaction videos about her, but I've never done a video on her and it is long overdue. So if you're not familiar with Glitter and Lasers, she is a content creator that is morbidly obese. About 8 million people follow her on TikTok on her main account. She is supposed to be participating in a strongman competition. So Anna films herself in the gym regularly, and she recently started a new Instagram page called Viking Princess Lifts, where we mere peasants can watch this massive woman in the gym doing PRs to start. She decided to private one of her Instagram accounts where she does all of her gym stuff. Yes, starting out with your max weight as a super morbidly obese, unconditioned individual. I mean, do what you want. They're your knees. That's like if I just did a 250-pound deadlift with no training. I just went outside and just picked up 250 pounds, which I can't do, so I would definitely injure myself because I wouldn't know the proper form. And she just goes and does it. Everything is a PR to start. She finally got a coach. She's actually been through quite a few coaches. Right now, she is being trained by the strongest woman in the world. I forget her name, but I will put it here somewhere. Her form has improved over the last few months. It's still not great, but it is improved. She is still doing a lot of dangerous things that I would never do at that size because it's really irresponsible and downright stupid. You cannot afford to tear any ligaments, Anna. You cannot afford to do that. That is something that is going to take twice as long to heal because you're obese. She's not too far out from the competition, but we don't really know if she's going to compete or if she's going to make an excuse that is going to prevent her from competing. But I'm really interested to see if she's actually going to participate in strongman. I'm very curious to see if she's even allowed to do that because she is extremely obese, and I did not know that that was allowed. Glitter and Lasers shares her content on Instagram, YouTube, but recently she's been focusing more on short-term content for Instagram and TikTok. She doesn't really upload a lot on YouTube. She's known for her toxic positivity, and she's always crying on camera.
They mess it up. It's not even the right bagel. It's not even the right cream cheese. What a way to end this video! You didn't even get the right bagel. Don't you guys know how hard that was for me? And I'm like, I don't know whether to cry or laugh because...
Perhaps one of the things that I find most peculiar about Anna O'Brien is how she manages to get elective surgeries at her massive size. I really want to know how you're getting these cosmetic procedures being over 400 pounds because that is such a massive liability, and what kind of doctor is allowing you to do that? I always wonder if it's even ethical to do that. I've constantly heard doctors say that they're not going to like do certain procedures when a patient is over a certain BMI because the risk is too high, but how on earth is she able to get away with that? You know, some people just really should not record in the gym, and I feel like she is one of those people.
Yeah.
I definitely peed a little bit. Go take care of that. I'll be back. But PR!
She's kind of becoming those gym influencers that everybody hates, not like the ones that like people look forward to seeing. When I was looking at her YouTube channel, I noticed it's about a ton of different things. She has videos for trying on clothes, her lipedema, food, traveling, and her experimental procedures that she gets, as well as shopping hauls. It's like all over the place. It's like a YouTube algorithm nightmare. She somehow is an instant expert in everything that she tries, even strongman, which she's only been doing just for a few months. And the reason that I know that she's too obese for competitions is because I was watching Shakara Transformations, and she is actually the one that talked about this whole adaptive strongman competition. She was saying that Anna is way too obese to even compete in this, and that she won't be able to wear the same gear because she wears a lot of compression. She won't be able to wear that if she competes. She also said that there's a reason that they don't allow people to compete at that size.
To keep myself fueled, and it's something I really struggle with ADHD.
You are over 500 pounds. You do not struggle putting food in your body. You struggle eating the right food. Maybe you forget to eat the right food and to eat at regular times. So you end up binge eating.
She goes on hikes, very dangerous. If you fall down a cliff or you get your foot stuck in something or you're unconscious and you have to call for a rescue team, do you have any idea how many people it's going to take to rescue you? They would have to get a helicopter out to you. I will never forget the hiking event where she had to stop every 2 hours to replenish herself and eat Uncrustables. For those of you who don't know what an Uncrustable is, it's basically like a little sandwich pocket thing for people that are scared of bread crusts. There has to be like a correlation between like her not handling criticism or compliments and also not being able to handle bread crust.
A good way to manage this was every 2 miles have a predictable food, and that just happened to be
second crusty and look.
another
Now, I am not any kind of professional at all in the fitness industry. I'm just a person online that observes other people's behaviors and makes opinions based on their weird stuff that they do. However, I did start lifting weights at age 15 or 16. I think it was 15. And even though I only did it for like a short time in high school, I still remember a lot of the stuff that I learned. I had a really great gym teacher. She was always teaching me like proper form for squats and leg curls, all that kind of stuff. So I am not a stranger to the gym. The gym class that I had, we actually trained with the football players. We had 2 gyms. There was like one in the basement, and then there was a second weight conditioning gym for the football players. Depending on what was going on, what week it was, we used both of the gyms. So I learned how to use the equipment. So I'm not completely foreign to the concept of lifting weights. My dad also used to lift weights when I was really little. I remember him taking me to the gym to like meet a few people there. I remember that. I was like 5 or 6 years old. I will say that once I got out of school, I really wish that I would have continued to do that training instead of eating my feelings. There was just too much going on at that time in my life. So I would say that is one thing I regret, is like not asking more questions like on how to build muscle, what to eat, stuff like that, because I did have a weight problem in high school, but I actually liked doing weight conditioning, believe it or not. It was one of the few things that I liked about school, but there's just a lot of stuff that I still remember to this day that I was taught. I retained a really good amount of information from that. Like I started weight training again when I was 19. I did that for a little bit, and then I started getting more serious about like losing weight, cutting out the sugar from my diet. I had a pretty serious sugar addiction. I was eating quite a bit of sugar still even after I got out of high school. It took me a while to really reduce that. And even when I reduced it, I was still eating like kind of a lot, because I was still drinking juice. I was still eating a bunch of granola and yogurt with sugar in it. So I was still eating quite a bit. And then I stopped doing the weight training again once I moved back to Arizona, unfortunately. I did a little bit of stuff here and there, like push-ups and stuff and going on walks. I didn't stay consistent with what I was doing, and I really didn't know a lot about what I was doing. I didn't know like how muscle growth and all that stuff works. I didn't know about your protein intake and all of that, and calories. Like I heard of calories, I had no idea how calories work. I didn't know what a deficit was, surplus, maintenance. I didn't know any of that stuff. I don't get the whole costume thing in the gym and dressing childish, but she does appear to act very childish, so I guess it's fitting. All I'm saying is I don't need to film everything. You know, at least she doesn't appear to be giving others a hard time in the gym when it comes to filming. You can't really. I just hope that she's like not in other people's way when she's in the gym, because almost everything that she has done in the gym, there's usually quite a few other people around. So I hope that she's not like in their way.
Sometimes I go to the gym and I get reminded about the people who just really want me to fail, just really want everything in my life to go wrong. In the beginning, it's always upsetting. It's always upsetting to like see this. But what I don't think they realize is when they do this to me, it just makes my resolve to succeed so much stronger, because I will prove them wrong. I will do the things they think I'm not capable of.
Ooh, look at all this weight I'm lifting. Even though I'm a beginner, I am so strong. Yeah, and you're also going to tear something if you haven't already.
So I guess thank you. Thank you for so consistently and constantly trying to hurt me, because it has made me stronger and it has made me more resolved to do all the things I want to do that you think I'm not capable of.
And I am really curious on how often she actually goes to the gym, like regularly. I always wonder that. I give credit where credit is due. She is a lot more mobile than J-Bay and Tess Holiday. J-Bay believes that she was born fat.
I was born African American. I was also born fat, and as much as I've, tried to do things many times in my life to change being fat, it just hasn't worked for me. And so for some people, it's absolutely not a choice, and I stand by that.
I've never seen Tess Holiday lift weights of any kind. She doesn't know what a calorie deficit is like. We know what she looks like.
You have the fatty liver, not me. You have the high cholesterol, not me. You have type 2 diabetes, not me.
But I do question like what her trainers are doing and like what exactly is her diet. I know that her diet is awful. I see her a lot because I watch Shakara Transformations and she covers her a lot.
Not your friend. We have a Starbucks. We have a hot dog. Okay, not too bad. And then we have an ice cream, because why not, right? Sugar ice latte, because we know that's what she orders. There's the ice vanilla latte thing. That's her go-to order, as we saw. A hot dog, Cracker Jacks, ice cream, and a big-ass box of popcorns. But you don't know what I'm eating. It's all inflammation, guys. Can't do nothing about it. Articulate rhinoceros. They did a calorie breakdown. It's around 4,000 calories. The popcorn is 2,743 calories. Is that these popcorns that you get at games, they put like butter and other shit on it to make it more calorific. That's not a thing. I've never seen added butter on a popcorn, unless they like pop it in flavor. I mean, they pop it in flavor, but like you don't add on butter afterwards. I've never seen that. So that's that. The ice cream is 550 calories. The hot dog, it's plain. It looked plain, to be fair. 219. The bag of Cracker Jacks, which is 4 servings, is 480 calories. This is not taking into consideration the Starbucks. 4,000 calories. And then you add on 500 plus 300 for Starbucks. Almost 4,500 calories just in snacks. There's not a dinner. There's just literally snacks at a fucking baseball game.
Do you know what you have to be eating every day to maintain this level of obesity if you claim to be as active as her? A lot. The answer is a lot. As a gym goer, that looks massively uncomfortable. I mean, it's hard enough to do certain things with long limbs. I have to modify like almost everything I do in the gym to accommodate for my long arms and legs. So I can't imagine being 400 to 500 pounds and dragging that day in and day out. That has got to be exhausting, and then pretending that I'm super happy about it. I used to be overweight as a teenager, obviously not to this extent, but I still hated being overweight. There was nothing about it that was enjoyable. I was sick all the time because of my diet and the other condition that I have that I don't have any control over, but a lot of it was my diet. Not having energy, getting colds all the time. I had pneumonia when I was 16. I was pretty sedentary except for walking to school and home, walking home. I do remember that I was quite uncomfortable, and I did have quite a bit of knee pain, and I did not like how my clothes fit. And now I don't have knee pain. I have back pain, but I don't have knee pain. Everything has to be a show. For everyone else, it's always look at me, and for some reason she's an instant expert now in the field of weightlifting. Her facial expressions are very performative. They're very exaggerated for the camera. Why can't you just go to the gym and be normal? Just get in and get out. Why does it have to be fanny packs and special gym costumes and tripods and ego lifting and naughty jokes about your trainer? Yeah, I know about that. There's so much wasted time in the gym making content. Like, if I were as massive as she is, I would be too self-conscious to be on camera. I actually don't have a lot of pictures of myself as a teenager. I wasn't really crazy about taking pictures, and I was even less interested in taking pictures as I continued to gain weight, among other mental stuff that I was struggling with, because puberty was very brutal. She is a very huge human being, and she's now over the age of 40. So more health problems are on the rise, and I anticipate that she is going to have a lot of knee pain in the very near future. The joint problems and all of that stuff, your cartilage, all those start kicking in around age 30 or 40 when you're this huge. She claims that her fat on her body is unburnable fat, and that's why she has to get the elective liposuction procedures to get the fat sucked out of her arms, because it's unburnable and we don't know what she eats. Okay, so let's just say she's 500 pounds. I think she's around 5'9" or 10 if I remember correctly. So if she is 500 pounds and every pound of weight is about 4 to 5 pounds on your knees, let's just use 5 pounds of pressure on your knees. That would mean that her knees are under a massive amount of pressure, like 1,500 pounds of pressure just on the knees. And she keeps claiming that she's putting on all of this muscle, like she's put on several pounds of muscle just since she started doing the strongman training again.
This is not about getting smaller. This is about getting healthier. And I just want to get deeper in my squat.
I am still very serious about my training, and I don't want to lose any of this muscle.
I have been lifting consistently for about, I'm on my 4th year of weightlifting, and I've maybe put on maybe 2 pounds of muscle, maybe 3 in 4 years, maybe. She just confuses me so much. And like, what is it like? What's it going to be like with her trying to qualify for strongman competition? I'm genuinely curious. Of course, she can leg press 530 pounds. It's close to her body weight. I can leg press 150 pounds. That's like 7 pounds more than my body weight. That's like the same thing. thing. I'm actually quite surprised that Goob and Joey Swole have not called Anna out on her filtering and just like doing her weird activities in the gym. I mean, there's other creators that have covered her just because she does weird stuff, and anybody that disagrees with her is a hater. So she can't handle like constructive criticism. She can't handle outright criticism. She also cannot handle compliments. They make her cry.
So I just stopped my run to have a little cry. He stopped me on the trail while I was walking, just doing my cool down. I was doing like intervals today, so like I walk in between. And she's like, "Good job getting out there." It just felt so dehumanizing. It felt so and I just am having a bad day anyway. I came out here to run to try to feel better, and I know this person was well-intentioned, but man, it felt Oh, I already know I'm gonna get a ton of DMs being like she's well-intentioned, but you know what? I am about to start my period. I'm hormonal AF. And I'm gonna be really honest here. That woman saw me and assumed that I was entirely out of shape, and that it was my first day on the trail, and that's because she has preconceived views of what a plus-size body is and is not able to do. And as a person who's out here every freaking day trying to change that perspective, it's frustrating that it's still so ingrained in our society. It doesn't matter how many miles I run. It doesn't matter how many times I'm on the trail. Someone's always gonna stop me and treat me that way, and it sucks. My favorite thing that people do on the trail all the time is just give me a smile. There's no need for words unless you know who I am and you know my journey. Then it's a little bit different, right? I had a guy fist bump me once and be like, "I just think you're awesome and I love that you're sharing your story." And that was awesome because there was context that made it clear that this person knew who I was and understood what I was doing and what it took to get there.
Her videos alone are just she's kind of insufferable.
I'm walking on the trail and I pass that lady again and she stops me. I don't even think she realizes she's already seen me. And she goes, waves and is like, "Good job." No! Do I know you?
All in all, I find her to be a very odd person.
And she goes, I don't think so. And I was like, "Well, you're acting like someone who knows me. And if you knew me, you'd know that I'm on this trail all the time, so it's really not that exciting. So now you know." And then I just took off running.
I am so petty, but in the most delightful way ever. You can be nice and a bad bitch.
But let me know what you guys think in the comments. But it's just ridiculous thing after ridiculous thing. She gets a lot of sponsorships for being really weird in the gym. I don't even know what she does with her whole day. We know what she says, but her activity and her physique do not look like somebody who goes to the gym regularly. She hasn't made much progress. She's also on a GLP-1. I'm very curious to know if she's lost any weight.
As y'all know, I've been using a low dose of a GLP-1 as part of my treatment plan. But recently, I decided to increase that dose. And now I'm focusing on fat loss.
A GLP-1 lowers your blood sugar so that you're not hungry all the time. When your blood sugar is level, you're not hungry all the time. That's why it's really hard for me to get to like 2,300 calories a day because of how active I am. I need to eat a lot and my blood sugar is very normal now. The only thing that would like make me really hungry is if I ate some kind of sugar. Then my blood sugar will spike and then I will be constantly hungry. I ran an experiment on myself. Her toxic positivity is something else to be discussed. There's a weird, how should I say this? There's something about her behavior where she just gets away with certain things because one, she's so big, and two, she's a big content creator. It's like an excuse for her to do the weird stuff that she does. What do you guys think? Leave me something in the comments and let me know what you think of Anna, if you've ever heard of her. Is this the first you're hearing of the Anna lore? I want to know in the comments. I'm back to uploading again. I promise I will not go that long without uploading again. I'm not going to apologize for it because I had other really important stuff to take care of for myself. So deal with that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe if you like watching me for some reason. I have a lot of videos coming. I've written a lot of scripts. So I definitely have been doing work in the background. It's just me getting here to film is a little bit of a challenge sometimes because sometimes I don't want to sit here for an hour and talk. It's a little difficult for me to sit for really long periods of time because recording is a chore. I can do everything else, but recording is just like the most important part. You got to get the footage first. It's really important to get that footage. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.
You will not fight while I'm doing this. Thank you. Children, you are not making this easy on Mother at all. You all decide right now. Father is asleep in bed. Go torture Father. Umi. Oh my god, my cat's staring at me. Don't yuck me. peacefully sit back there.
Can you guys stop fighting? See, it's not nice when somebody's hitting you, is it? So my cat, one of my cats, she just swung at Sugar, the dog. I put her out in the laundry room as timeout, and then she came back in, and now the other cat is hitting her. Do not eat that bag. Don't even think about it. Don't touch that plastic bag. She's looking at me.
One champion that can never be two.